Welcome to the United We Stand workshop. This is an Australasian Centre for Human Rights and Health initiative. United We Stand is a primary prevention of family violence project. Our discussions will be based on 3 videos. The videos are short segments taken from our previous project, Natak Vihar. It was a community participatory theatre project. Natak Vihar was primarily a project to raise awareness around the nature of family violence in South Asian communities. Family violence is not inevitable. We can stop family violence, but how to do this in culturally sensitive manner that speaks to the community. This is the aim of this workshop today. Your voice will help us to give societal answers on how to move towards the non-violence wheel with gender equality in the center. So thank you, and we shall start now with our first video.
Gori diyan chanjra bulandiyan gaiyan. Oh darling, uthi ke nahi uthi?
Good morning. How are you, darling?
Hello, darling.
What are you doing?
Hey, what will you have for breakfast?
Wow, what are you
Pancake?
cooking? Pancake?
Pancake?
And darling, why have you got your hat still on?
You gave me on my birthday present. I can never take it off.
Aren't you so good? I'm so happy
Okay,
to
have a
give
seat.
that.
I'll make the
my
pancake. You have the.
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
Okay. Where are our children?
Oh, I
Have they
shall
got up?
wake them up.
Okay,
Wake
go
them.
then. I'll make the
Children,
pancake.
time to get up.
Coming!
Morning, darling.
मेरा पुत्र है बड़ा चौड़ी छाती वाला. Pancake, pancake. Tell me, which one?
Pancakes would be great.
Yeah.
Banana and bacon.
What would you have, darling?
Whatever you give me, Dad.
Oh, honey, so sweet. Okay, have a seat, have a seat.
Maple sauce for you.
Maple sauce? I always have maple sauce for you, darling. Oh. Come on, have a seat, have a seat. While we are making the pancake.
So what are you doing today, Mum?
Well, I'm not sure. Your dad and I was planning on something, maybe a surprise for you. Thank you, darling. That's lovely.
I love it that you always spend the day
Oh,
together.
we will have a day together, yes. And what about yourselves?
I've got that big exam today.
Oh,
You know,
my
I studied
goodness.
really hard last night, so I'll be fine.
Oh, is that why you were up so late?
I
saw
know,
your
I know,
light.
Mum.
Oh,
But study's so important, I gotta do it.
lovely. Thank you. All the best for today. And you,
Sis,
son?
you'll kill it. Always. Yes, Mum, today we have
I expect nothing but the best from both
I
of you.
know.
I know.
You're so good,
You will always
children.
do that.
They will.
Mum, today we've got our score athletics.
Oh, wow.
So
all
I'm
the
in a high
best.
jump.
You
Wow.
are? Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Well, finish your pancake, then you need the strength.
Absolutely.
And
Very nice.
ready for the exam?
It'll be fine, Dad.
You're
Don't
working
you worry.
so hard. It's
I
okay.
know,
You'll
and
be
she'll
good.
do well.
Yeah,
She
I'm
always
sure
does. Yes, good. Now, time to go through.
All right, done. Let me do the washing up
You
time.
do that?
Oh, I'll do the washing up.
Okay,
I'll
I'm
do
so
the
glad.
washing up.
Bye. All the best. And
See you,
now
Mommy.
do that.
Mwah.
And
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
See you.
Dad.
Bye. See you.
गोरी नाल ब्याह करोगे तो रोटी नहीं पकाओगे सारी उम्र इन्हें नहीं समझ आता They've gone. Yeah, they're gone.
Yes.
Are you ready for the evening? The big surprise?
Oh, what is it? Tell me. Tell me.
Shall I?
Please, darling, tell me.
I have organized a holiday.
Holiday.
Yes. But I'll tell you where, not now. Some surprise I have to leave till my kids come home.
Oh, I'm
All
glad
right.
to know you. Not
Oh.
telling me now. That's a shame.
Okay, maybe they will be coming home right
Oh,
now.
soon. Okay.
Yeah,
all
are they
right.
coming?
I can hear them on the door.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, don't tell them
Ding
there's a
dong.
surprise.
Okay.
Leave it for me.
Bye!
Hey guys! How did you go?
How was the day, sweetie?
It was great.
Oh,
Great.
great.
And you?
Hey, Mum.
How did you go? I won!
Yay!
That's very
Well
good.
done,
Wonderful.
you.
How'd your test go?
A+ again!
Yes!
Once you clever. I knew you would.
And I have a surprise for everyone.
Surprise? What?
Holiday.
Wow! Oh, where are we going?
Rome. Roman holiday.
Always wanted to go.
Lovely.
Can we afford it though, Dad?
Yes, I've been saving for it for 5 years. I
Oh,
knew when you
that's
kids are
great.
doing
We
so
can
well,
go.
I have to take you on a holiday.
And then we can all be together for the same time.
Absolutely.
Lovely.
Absolutely. We love it. Oh my God. Gurapa. Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. You're the best, Dad.
Oh.
We enjoyed that.
All right.
That they're a happy family, we can see that.
Yes.
But at the same time, they're happy for their children to do what they like and be supportive. That's another thing.
Yes.
I think the first thing that struck me was a dad cooking breakfast on a busy working day.
Yes.
And that was something that's leaped out,
Yes.
leapt out quite well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I would say.
Yes. So basically, he is doing the household chores that you would, in a traditional family, expect him to not do. That mostly the mother would do all of those kind of duties.
Yeah, and more importantly, the wife was sitting.
Yes.
That is something, if men work,
Yes.
women usually are around them.
Hovering
Darling,
around.
how
Hovering
can I
around,
help you?
hovering
How
around.
can I help you?
Assisting or yeah.
Something that stood out for me was that he asked his children for what they wanted, but not the wife. So that was quite interesting, although it's an ideal family. But there's an conscious bias there, not realizing, and she had to ask for her own breakfast. I'm saying consciously he's giving her the respect, consciously he's giving her the love. But there is an unconscious bias because he's forgotten her and she had to remind him, and then he was fine.
What appears is that he's in charge. He's in charge of the breakfast, he's in charge of the holidays, he's in charge of what happens, he expects best from everyone.
I think you can't really say it till someone has had a conflict and someone, disagrees with the father. And so it wasn't very clear to me. To me, it seemed quite harmonious. Yes, there was a control thing, but then everyone seemed okay. It would be interesting to see if there was one person disagreeing with this holiday, and then what's the reaction.
It looks like externally it's in a happy family, but it gives a big question: is it a happy family, or is it really happy family, or a pretend happy family? So dad is doing a lot of work in the family to probably try to make the family happy, and the question comes: is it really a family happy, wants to be together because of everyone's efforts, which was missing here to me. So efforts from rest kids, from mom was missing. So I feel that it was a lot of efforts put by the dad to make the family happy, but actually there might be something going behind which we need to dig in more and find out. Is it a really happy family, or is it a family where dad is putting a lot of efforts, and if dad is gone from that family, this family is going to collapse, or one day something happens, this family is going to collapse?
For me, it was a perfectly happy family. There is nothing wrong with that. The children were happy. They were not forced to do anything, as we can see from this script.
Who's got the decision-making power in this family?
The dad seems. Yeah, so mom seems to be a passive person in the family where the dad is taking the decision. I'll make the breakfast. I'll plan the holiday. I'm doing all those things. So here, still the dad seems to be the more.
My first impression was it was a male-dominated family. The woman had very less say, so it looks all very good. The man is making, planning everything, but still he had the say.
You can say there's a dominance could be two types. One is an active dominance, by where you say a verbal, yes, I'm going to do, you have to do this thing. And this is a more of a passive dominance. I love you, but you still have to do what I say you do.
So for that particular episode, it's ideal family for me.
It's an ideal family for you.
Yeah.
And he's making decisions about the pancake, making decisions about the tour for the holidays. And because this apparently looks like a very happy family, but this is what they take as their own norms, that this is the way it's going to work. Yes, so Mom is not the decision maker. It's all about the father.
He said there's a dialogue in there which says, "Na Gori nall vyah karana hega to ye to kaam karna padega." Like translating that, I have married a white woman and that's expected of me to do work at home. I think this is also a very big issue because I find that here they are actually saying that if you marry between ethnicities or between different cultures, possibly because their culture is viewed as a more
egalitarian.
So probably I have to. Otherwise, if I had married a girl from same culture, I might be sitting back and relaxing. And I think it's a way of. I think that was also quite undermining.
Yeah.
I thought that was
Yes.
that really struck me.
Yes, absolutely right.
Oh, it's an, if you look unconsciously, he's controlling behavior. But one thing is clear that he loves cooking, and all the other family members, they love that he loves cooking.
From the video, the girl is studying and the boy is having sports. So they have different roles. That's very traditional and very stereotyped. Yes.
So I just want to talk a little bit about stereotypes. So the stereotypes are that we have a stereotype in our mind that men don't cook. It's the woman's job. Men go and earn money and they deal with the bigger world and the bigger issues.
What are the limitations of these perfect roles played by the various people? And that's really what you've introduced us to. There are some limitations. What are some limitations? Put aside the father for a moment, the mother, the girl, the boy. What's happening?
Because he's making all the decisions, he's going on planning for holidays, so he has all the money. And wife didn't know that he has already planned for holidays, so who has paid for the holiday? So that shows there is an economic imbalance here. And we don't know whether, he's the only earning member in the family and wife is not, earning.
And that's exactly what the daughter is learning. That the man is making the rules in the house. Even though she's doing very well in school, she will become a professional of some sort. But that's exactly the lineage what she'll follow, what mom was doing. So this is the pattern which is going, and the son is learning the same thing.
Yeah.
Money is a very important question there in that relationship, and I think once you do not have control over money, you are certainly quite quickly playing second fiddle, if I can say that.
Is there a change in the roles in the family? Does migration bring change in the roles?
It surely does, because like in India, it's usually just the father earning.
Yes.
And when you come here, everyone has to get independent to survive.
Yes.
So it does give you more independence, more confidence in yourself.
Yes.
If she gets a job, she would stand up and say, look, I want to work, I've got a job.
So he could be flexible.
He could be flexible. Right now he has the power because he thinks he's the only earning member and therefore he has the power. But if she gets a job, he could be flexible as he's going into the kitchen to cook. Similarly, he could be flexible of her getting work.
And what you say is a very important solution to the problem. Flexibility.
Although he's dominating in the family, but the main reason as well is the wife is also allowing him to be empowering on the family. So it's not just the man who is we can blame, but also the women. And of course, if the women is allowing his husband to be dominating, that will affect the girl or the boy as well to look how they behave. So of course,
where did she get that kind of role?
So it's again a subconscious thing that. So it all works where what notion they have subconsciously in their mind. So as long as the woman is not aware that it's not the right thing, she'll keep on kind of compromising it and just think it's the right thing.